Hey everyone, I've been invited by a nice group of ladies to join in their Bloom collab. I'm gonna link that below so you can check it out. The funny thing is clearly they haven't seen my other videos, or they would know that I can't do blooms. It's a problem. I have it, I don't, yeah. So anyway, we're gonna do a bloom. I got the Yemen out. I mixed it with some alcohol. If you didn't see my other video, this is a really rare blue pigment. Very expensive. Thought we could play around with it. The problem with me and blooms is that I do not follow the rules. And so today, we're going to try to follow the rules. And the main one is letting the resin heat up. You know, every time I do this, it just spreads out or sinks or spreads or does something. It just never works. So today, our goal here is follow the rules, okay? There's nothing wrong with changing rules, but you should learn them first. And that's not to say I don't know what the rules are. I know all the rules, but I think it's the artist in me. I always want to just go a different direction. This mold is jacked up. She's had it. Time to get some new ones. Okay, got the Yemen here. I don't know how this is going to work because it's such a chunky powdered pigment. I hope it doesn't get all splotchy in there. Oh well, if it does, you know the deal. We meant it to be that way. Gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that. And we're gonna leave the rest of this to sit and heat up. I need to get my thermometer, but I think it needs to be about 34 degrees Celsius. And hey, shout out to Julie from Pouring Your Heart Out. This is her thing. We're doing it. All right. I'm gonna use the Yemen blue. Now, one thing I know about this is it's super chunky, and it's gonna like drop chunks down to the bottom. That will happen. Absolutely. See what I mean, right? So what we're gonna do is like from the top up, from the bottom up. What you see is what you're gonna get. That's what I mean. You know, I think I'm probably the first person on YouTube to use the Yemen blue in resin, and so this should be the first Yemen bloom. I'm just going to get a little bit in there. We'll get the alcohol ink. We'll let it sit. I'm going to use this resin for a different project. If you think I'm turning this into one of those videos, you're damn wrong. You're damn wrong. I don't want to get it too full, but I don't want it to be too shallow. It's a fine line, okay? Okay? All right. So let's get the drip up. Don't want to drip on my little crow. That's cute, huh? Let's just do it. It's funny how you go into this and you're like, I'm going to put it in a specific place, and then it just goes where it wants. Like, yeah, that's the place. But whatever, we're just doing it. Someone in the comments has suggested that I use like a mortar and pestle to ground it down into smaller pieces, but I just don't have that much of it. I don't want to waste it. It's pretty. It looks like a rose. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Because it looks so pretty. That's beautiful. Okay. I'm going to mix up the white and then we'll come back. I feel like the one I did a little while ago that maybe I got a little too much white pigment in because it seemed really heavy. But it also might just be reacting with the other pigment. See, Julie says to make it like milky white. That's what she says, like skim milk. It's funny, one of my friends was asking me earlier. I'm not going to name you. She was asking me stuff about doing blooms. And she was only asking me because she knows I watch Julie's channel so much. Not because she knows I can do blooms. But because she knows I have all of Julie's stuff memorized, even though I can't do it. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I hope that's the right color. I have nothing to put it on to test. So put on the lid, shoot. That seems really transparent. I'm gonna go in just a little bit more. Okay, there we go. While we let it sit and warm up, I'm gonna put a little squeezy bottle because I'm not trying to pipe it. Every time I get a piping bag in my hand, it's a clown show. So I ain't doing that. I noticed when I put this in that it just instantly separated, but when I started swirling it around, it seems like it's mixing in. So we're just gonna do that, and maybe that will save the day. Oh, why? This is already going wrong. Oh, God. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to go with it. Don't tell me I have to do this one over again. I'm not doing it over again. I won't. Whatever we get here is what we're getting. Got it? Okay. Let's go. Did I say I was following the rules? No. I'm not doing it. Nope. Like my table's not level. These days I'll level my table. This probably won't stay this way. It absolutely won't stay this way, especially after I get in here and poke around at it. But I don't even know what I did there. I don't know. I meant it to be that way. And if this looks like a rerun of my last video, it's totally not. That was hand painter's resin. That resin stays put. This is epoxy resin. It moves. And so while this is really pretty and all, it's not going to stay that way. We got a hair. We got a hair. Every time I see Julie doing this is what I want to reach into her camera and grab her hands and make her do this. Just go off, Julie. You don't have to, like, do the exact same thing every time. I mean, you can. But, man, just allow yourself to drift. And you might really create something magical. And I know, Julie, you're not even watching. Or maybe you are. Anybody see her snake mold video? Yeah, that was fun. Good times. I'm running out of room. Since I'm not going to flip this over, I'm probably okay with just taking some liberty in the middle and doing some stuff. So my dots seem like they went dumb anyway, so just forget about the dots. You never saw the dots. the resin, there's a real fine line between it being warm enough and being too warm, and it's starting to go off. That's why it's spitting out a bunch of bubbles, 'cause it's getting thick. I think we still got a little bit of time. How much crap can I actually put in here, you ask? This type of design, you could just keep doing this all day long. You should try it with the pencil and paper. You can get fine liners and really get in here and just keep going. If I had one of those little teeny tiny squeezy bottles, I just might do it, but no. We're trying to keep this simple. Okay. I think I'm going to take my paintbrush and pull through this. Let's make it bloom. It kind of looks like it's blooming-ish. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go, I'm just going to kind of follow the pattern that's there. I don't want to like mess it up too much because it's pretty. So we're just going to go along these lines until we get to the center. Now smooth it down. Come back around. I feel like people are going to watch this and be like, that's not a bloom. To which I'll say, you're right, it's not a bloom. But tell it to these ladies that invited me into their collab. That'll teach them. That'll teach them. You think I'm ruining it? You always think I'm ruining it. I know you're out there. You don't say it, but I know you're there. You're probably like, oh God, she's going to bust out her markers. No, I already did that on this piece. That's pretty. Please stay that way. Please, 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 please stay that way. If you do this, what I'm doing here, try not to lift your pen up as you're going along. Because I've done that, not your pen, your brush. Because I've done that a few times. And, like, it causes these weird kind of hiccups, and you don't want that. You don't want any hiccups. And also, you're probably thinking to yourself, that paintbrush is toast. No, this paintbrush is fine. I'll wipe it off a little bit of alcohol and it'll be good to go. It's really thin bristles. So it's not like it can really hold much. You know, I don't think I need to mess with this anymore. It looks pretty. Maybe a few blobs that need to be smoothed out. It looks pretty nice. Don't you think? You hate it. You can't. You can't. I don't believe you. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Julie would be proud. You think Julie would be proud? I challenge you to do this, Julie. Once you let your mind go and you just flow, you get some magical stuff. Seen one bloom. Seen them all. All right, we'll come back. Okay, we're back. There's not much to reveal because it looks the same way it did when we left. But real quick, I'll just show you the one that my first try. I figured since it was a wash, I'd go over it with my markers just to show you how you can change it up a little if you want. I don't know what possessed me to put that in the middle, but you know, intrusive thoughts are going to be intrusive. I don't hate this one. This one probably came out like more bloomy, I guess. Of course, it came out blobby on the back, but shouldn't hate on the blobs so much. It's a weird thing with people in the resin bubble with the blobs, because if you step outside of the bubble, nobody even knows what you're talking about. All they see is a pretty flower. So here we are. Isn't it pretty? It's nice, huh? I'm surprised that like all the little designs and stuff I put in stayed there. And you know, the back is actually pretty. You know, I saw Michelle, and she was doing the other day on her channel, she had like her proper bloom, and then she had her screwed up bloom, and quite honestly, her screwed up bloom looked like a really unique piece of artwork, and like ultimately I feel like that should be the goal. Like, it doesn't really matter how you got there, right? And really, I'm tempted to grab my black pens and come in here and highlight a lot of these blobs and turn it into something. Like, if you look at a painting, you know, it has different like contrast, highlights, shadows, all that business. That's what you get with the blobs. Like, this is a good jumping off point. I'm not going to make this video really long and do that, but maybe I'll come back in another video and show you, because that's cool. And hey, if you get blobs, embrace your blobs. Embrace your blobs. Anyway, if you got this far into the video, appreciate you watching. Hope you learned something. Hope you try something. Be sure to check out the rest of the artists in the playlist that I'm going to link below. Until next time, folks. Bye.